Hiya, my name's Nick. Welcome to the Bear's Paws. What can I get you?
Hello, hello. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you let me know? That'd be just great. Who have we got in? Steve and Mandy. Surprise, surprise. As always. Always the first. How are we doing? How's the family, Steve? Everyone getting all right? Doing okay, are yous? Tomash, how's it going, lad? See here, etc. Are you singing the Who? Are you? Have I actually put that back on? Haven't I? Does that work now? Will that work? Will it work? Does it work? Can it work? Stop saying work. Botrix hasn't joined yet. Just getting over. I heard that getting over COVID. I couldn't watch Kirsty's live last night. I was in the middle of doing something, but apparently it was mentioned, wasn't it? Hopefully, mate, you'll be doing all right. I was going to say hugs to all of you, but no. Unclean, get away. Fucking hell, it's warm, isn't it? It's bloody warm. It's warm as balls. Hence, the booze. I've needed this today. I was out in the car earlier. Took my mum and dad to a friend's wedding anniversary afternoon sort of get together in Crosby, which I recorded, so there'll be a driving video later. And it was really warm. Dropped them off, came home, went back, picked them up, came back. So it's spent a lot of time in a very warm car. Has the takeover happened or not? Not as far as I know. I think the problem with the takeover at Everton was the issue with 777 partners. They owe money, 200 million, and at the moment they don't know whether or not that 200 million is wiped out or has to be paid. So once that's sorted out, I think Dan Friedman will be back. Nothing playing, is that the song or the situation? That is at the moment until I can get to. Oh yeah, hang on, sorted. I'm doing something as we speak. Here you go. Bit of Toy Lily Gold. It's on zero. Push the buttons. I've pushed the buttons, but I'm doing something. A 26-minute video needs 26 minutes of AI music, which isn't the easiest to create. It takes a while to do. And I'm trying to do something that fits the mood of the day. So I've got to check that later, make sure all the music's right. If not, binage. The panels, yep. I've gone for stick-on panels to make it look as though it possibly would. There's more coming, so I can do the United States, the United Wardrobe, yeah. The United Wardrobe of America. I keep forgetting these things. That's going to be done as well. Try and make it a bit less jump out at your white. But it means it looks a bit tidier. Apart from, obviously, I've run out of panels, but they are arriving in the next week or so. So it should be right. Right, that's that done. That's that done. What else? Oh, man. Shattered. Any prospective bidders saw us lose to Salford yesterday. They weren't put off by the result, but rather the collective head loss of part of the fan base has made them think against the investment. Yes, our fans are nothing if not reactionary. One defeat and that's it, we're getting relegated. One win and we're winning the European Cup next season. It's fucking mad. Someone who's going to take the place over will look at what we have, which is an underperforming squad with some gaping holes and a massive investment into a stadium, which they won't have to make. Someone's going to come in. I think Simon Jordan mentioned it. Someone's going to come in and get Everton on the cheap because it's set up to succeed, apart from the knobheads on the pitch. But we'll get there. United States of Wardrobe today. Me likey. I could have done with it being a little bit darker, maybe. I've also, if you notice, I've got there's a new bar just to try and make it, I don't know, something. I don't even know what I was thinking. But got to keep on tinkering, haven't you? Call me Claudio Ranieri of the streaming world. At some point, I will make a completely different bar, one that looks a bit more suitable. I'm leaving that open as well. Don't even know if you can see it, but it is light. Because it's feckin' roasting. Roasting. Esther, how you doing? You okay? Very warm. When I got home, I've not eaten yet. Snacked, not eaten. And I looked at my phone and I'd done about 600 steps and I thought that's not good enough. I need to get out and do some. And it was 7 o'clock. So I got out at 7 and went for a walk. Got back here at 20 past. Red hot. One of the women round the corner, who I don't even know, just said hello to me and had a quick chat, which I thought was really nice. Proper neighbours. How you doing? You're okay? Weather's nice, isn't it? Yeah. Just normal chat and shite. Some old woman who was mowing, not her lawn, what the grass that the council should be cutting. She was out there making sure it was all right. I think it must be her that puts the wildflowers out there as well. But she was very pleasant and I thought it was nice that. We need more of that. More people just talking in the street without screaming and shouting at each other. The new bar is definitely I'll have 2 fingers of gulping whiskey man kind of bar, isn't it? It looks quite polished, I think that. Polished, which is at odds with the way this stream looks, which is completely unpolished. Yeah, it is new. The one that was before, it looked a little bit jaggedy arse. Didn't look... Mind you, this doesn't look fantastic, but it looks a little bit better. I'm not happy with that. That piece of wood needs to change there. That bit. Don't know, and I need to find some way of doing it. I will do. Neighbourhood watch, it might have been. She was dead nice though, I like that. There's quite a few people around here who are like that. We'll take Jess of a morning, stumbling out the house at about 20 to 8 of the morning, and someone just walks past with a dog. Morning. I like that. We were talking on the way back from picking my mum and dad up how nice it is where we live, and on days like this it is fantastic. Sunny, there's woods on either side of the road now. They weren't there when we moved here, but they've grown. It's lovely, and it's nice coming back onto the estate and manicured lawns, nice people. So yeah, so there. Curtain switcher, it's open today, fully open. And I dropped my mum and dad off at the party today. It was the party of our good friend John McNally from the Searchers. Lovely fella. I've not seen him for a couple of years now. Him and his brother Charlie. I haven't seen him for about 4 years actually. They were both there when I picked my mum and dad up. Lads who've played footy with us for almost 30 years. It was great to see them. I've missed the lads. Really have. Probably making sure you're not as weird as you look talking to yourself and filming the sky. I didn't today. I should have done. Because it was lovely. I should have took me gimbal with me and had a wander around and see if anyone approached me. What are you doing? You're fucking weird, you, mate. Yes and no. My parents tell me every day. Except when they're hammering when I'm Denison. Exactly. Lots of people who are watching this, out of the thousands that are watching, obviously, wondering what the bleeding hell you're talking about. Yes, the last few times I've tried to Dennis, when I've been out there, Dennising as hard as I can. Next door's been hammering away. I think they're making something, obviously. Don't know if it's inside or outside. Can't really see. But they're good neighbours, so I'm not going to argue with that. even when I'm Dennising. And a few times, there's a neighbour over the road who has seemingly rebuilt the house from scratch. For the last year, there's been work going on every month, something else. And then someone down there was getting something done as well. So there was two big, I think there was a cement truck down there, there was an asphalt truck as well, making loads of noise. It's like, for fuck's sake, I'm trying to chill here. I'm going to see if I can chill this week. I don't think I will be able to, unfortunately. But I need to, because I'm absolutely, thoroughly exhausted. Those panels come in different types of wood. They do usually. When I were ordering, they never had any of the darker wood that I wanted, so balls to it, like, this'll do for now. It's alright. It looks a little bit less aggressively white. It doesn't look as Tommy Robinson, if that makes any sense. But yeah, just to try and take the edge off it slightly, because it is exceptionally white. And when the sun comes in like it is now, that can be very pink. I don't need it to be very pink. Denison, bird camp, yeah. When I'm out there trying to have a nice relaxed chill in the back garden, listening to birdies, next door's using power tools and someone over the road's having a 19th story put on the conservatory or something mad. Keeping up with the neighbours type of neighbourhood? No. Not even remotely close to that. The people who took over that place where they're doing all the work got rid of a lovely looking lawn. They're only small, but all the lawns looked very similar kind of same colour grass and everything. And then they replaced it with AstroTurf and it looks stupid. But people just try and take care of their houses. Whoever that is over there has put another story on the front. They must have 27 kids or something. But it's nice, but there's just so much work getting done. Next door keeps themselves to themselves most of the time. Do speak of the morning, but they're not too loud, so I don't mind that. Arrest for no reason today. There's always a reason with Tommy Robinson. Always. He's a grifter for a start. He's a football hooligan. Normally there's drugs involved. People who fall for it and send him money are a little bit tapped, I think. Look to what he's doing. Everyone sends him money and he's now living in someone else's house in Spain, his wife's house. It's funny how his wife suddenly buys £1 million houses and things. Safadimas and Pliers, how are you doing? We are always raising the bar. Just lift it up slightly, but also I think the camera might have tilted un peu. It's got a massive lens on the front, obviously, because I'm such a tech wanker. But yeah, I'll get round to fixing this when I have a day where not 1,000,001 things happen. But we'll get there. In-crowd lingo, lots of in-crowd lingo. I haven't shrunk. Don't be saying I've shrunk. You're as bad as that bleeding woman, a smidge under 6'2". Blue tunicked wanker that she is. Not having that. Who got arrested? It'll be Tommy Robinson. They had he said there was 100,000 people in Square, Trafalgar Square. It only holds about 60,000. But he was there, grifting yet again. All the footy lads who want to get involved and start scrapping. As soon as the season starts, you won't see them. They'll all be knocking fuck out of each other in service stations. Yakidar oh, by the way, Yakidar. I was watching S4C the last couple of days. The Ras Irwithva, is how it's pronounced? Or race. The Snowdon race. Lunatics running up and down Mount Snowdon. Up Irwithva. Mad asses. He's the wrong person to be leading the cause. He is. I don't think the cause is right myself anyway, Steve, whether, that's not my kind of thing, but if that's what people believe in, they need someone who's a bit smarter and not as hasty to violence and stuff. If you want people to listen to what you're saying, don't be going to the cenotaph every 6 months causing trouble, smacking coppers and things. I mean, there's too much of that going on now anyway. People need to chill. But if you have got a cause that you want to bring forward, get someone who's intelligent and can actually bring up sentient points, not just, fucking punch, send me money. Man's an Egypt. Was he 5'7" as well? Like an ex-Luton hooligan. Fuck's sake. It's funny how they never turn up north, do they? Teams like that. Millwall never either. Always waiting for you when you go down there, but as soon as you come up north, they're nowhere to be seen. West Ham did. Jesus, West Ham did. They were the ones that I was trying to get to the park end, or round the park end, to get back to the enclosure I think we were going into. And there was all kinds of bedlam going on. There's someone with a Jif lemon bottle full of ammonia spraying it into people's eyes. Horrible, horrible the 80s. Horrible days. We don't need stuff like that back. We don't need this fascist groove thing. Ali Ali AO, how you doing? Right, you want propping behind the bar. Look at that, 20 minutes in, we haven't had anyone serving. Right, also, yeah, I'm after piggly ding, aren't I? Jesus. I am so unprepared today. It's pronounced Ras, I thought so, because it's the Kairas, isn't it? The racecourse where Wrexham play. They should insist that it's called the Kairas as well. Don't call it the racecourse, even though that's what it's been called for 600 years or whatever it is. My dad's going there, first game of the season, doing some Q&As with the fans. I told my daughter, is Ryan Reynolds going to be there? I don't think so. I don't think so. He might be, but he won't be where my dad is. I'll tell you that. Are we drinking tonight? We are. What's your guilty pleasure? Watching fat people fall over. Oh, sorry, you mean drink. Kai Ras course. Race course. Kai Ras. So is it like, would that be a race field? Is that the way it comes out? But that's what it is. It's called a race course in English, and it's called a Kairas in Cymraeg. There's some punk-looking porcupines hanging out in the car park tonight. What's your beanpole? Me? I'm 96.7 kilos. Actually, I'm not. I'm 95.7 tonight. I'm not even Radio Merseyside. I'm just on the cusp. I need to lose a bit of weight. I need a haircut as well. Also, I do need to sort that fucking camera out. Or I'm looking too much like one of those airmen that was taken hostage, aren't I, during the First Gulf War. I'm being treated well. They're looking after us. One of those. The flag on the staff member, is that new? It is. I've got a slightly different. There's a server. There's a male server and a female server. There's a better text with a black round as well, so it looks a bit better. And the flags of the people that are working, or in some cases something slightly different. Not everyone's going to have a flag. Not everyone wants a flag. But I think it's quite nice if we do have them, or something that represents the people. Posture. Yes, I know. Posture, darling. Posture, darling. Who used to say that? Jimmy, was it, one of the lads in the pub? I used to hunch all the time when I was about 14, 15. Being young and being 6'4", it was like, I used to stand out. I was a proper beanpole back then as well, Steve. Genuinely. Looking like that I was. And he just said to me one day, if you carry on doing that, you're going to have back and neck problems all your life. Stand up tall, darling. Stand up tall, all right. So I used to. And then I looked even more of a dick. But I haven't had back problems. I've had back problems and neck problems for years, but that's because work, sitting at a desk that's too low. Fuckers. 95.7 a kilo lost, yes. A slightly crackly Merseyside. Snelly on the radio. It was my dad. Someone was at the party today. He was a radio person. Asa Phillips. He was there. Where's your bleeding drink? Saphodemus, what do you want? Pint for Esther. It's a pint kind of day. How did Paddy the Baddy get on last night? It was about 5 o'clock this morning, wasn't it? Apparently he choked the lad out within a minute or something stupid. So he won. But he looked a tit because he had cornrows in his hair. the big horrible racist wool. Does the gorilla in the staff picture have a badge? It is. The gorilla is on the doors. The gorilla is our Steve. He's the man on the doors, but he has got the proper certificate and the badge. Got to make sure it's above board. We're not messing around here. This is absolutely spot on. You was going to say posture, darling, but you didn't want to give the wrong idea. But that's why is it whenever anyone says posture, it's always darling afterwards, isn't it? Head up, posture, darling, posture, darling. I'm not walking around with a book on my head either. Not even a cookbook from the Nook. A cookbook from the cookbook Nook. I need something in there, don't I? I need books in there, so it's a boot Nook. Yeah, it's a self-portrait. Man at work. But I like the little details. I thought putting the badge on made it look a bit better, so yeah. There's always a little detail in stuff that I do. Not always great detail, but there's always a little detail in somewhere. Yeah, nice to put a face to the name. Man, you're taking great pleasure in saying it. It's the kind of thing you need to say constantly. Darling. Posture, darling. Grapefruit Schafferhofer. What? What's a grapefruit Schafferhofer? Doesn't he play for Leverkusen? He's a left back, isn't he? Sure he is. Louise, evening all, long time no see. How's things? How's the house? Everything sorted? You're all happy? You need a licence to sell alcohol plaque. I do. But who is licensed to sell? Is it me? Is it Jeff? Is it Horace? Is it Keepers? Is the music still going? It is, isn't it? Ali, you appreciate all they've done for you. No problem at all. No problem at all. It's enjoyable. I mean, obviously things like doing the... I can't get used to doing this. Things like doing that. That. Doesn't take too long, but I think it looks a bit better. Just little tweaks constantly. Hopefully make things a little bit better. Tits and teeth, darling. That's the one, isn't it? Tits and teeth. Left back's the Swiss lad Rodriguez on a free and of interest to the Tricky Toffees. Fond memories of him for Wolfsburg at Goodison. I remember him actually, yeah. That Wolfsburg team also had Kevin De Bruyne in it, didn't it? You used to be. Mandy's name used to be over the door. Yep. 009. Licensed to sell alcohol. Ali, you sent me something? What did you send me? Oh, we have a limerick from Offaly, an Offaly limerick. There once was a girl called Louise, whose pubes hung down to her knees. Her crabs got together and knitted a sweater, so in the winter her flaps wouldn't freeze. There you go. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. Grapefruit Schafferhofer is low, not no alcohol. How perfect summer supping. Is that like a crickety one? You can drink that all day without getting launched over. Your licence lapsed years ago. Yeah, you've got to update them very, very regularly, otherwise. Tree Hubble. Proper effort. I do try and make an effort. Not always. Yeah, it did. De Bruyne was in there. We won 4-1. I'm trying to think who else was in that team. There's a couple of other good players in there. And we battered them everywhere. Jess's name over the door. Legal loopholes, of course, of course. Who watched the opening ceremony? Not I. I unfortunately watched Wigan getting battered everywhere by Warrington. And at the same time, Saints got battered everywhere by Lee, of all teams. Tanks. It's not from Offaly, you saw it on Facebook, but you're from Offaly and you sent it, therefore it comes from Offaly. Behave. Couldn't make head and tail of it. It sounded bizarre. Saf, you haven't watched any of the Olympics yet. Apparently you haven't missed much. I haven't watched a single second of it yet. There's been other things. Much more important things. I even missed the boxing last night. Honk if you're horny. Deal is it. It could be. They were driving big, pimped out, murdered out BMWs. And talking of cars, what is it about Crosby and the environs, Crosby to Hightown? Every other car, if not 2 out of every 3 cars, was an Audi. Bizarre. Got Audis everywhere, all driving like absolute lunatics. Lord, what are you doing? Get out the way. It's on red. Really was Gay Paris. Oh, I did see Serena Williams, was it, almost going overboard, trying not to be sick. But that was on Twitter. I refuse to call it X. With that shiny-faced man-child who's involved. What have we got here? Oof, get in there. Number 13, backup goalie. That'll soon be number 1, Arsaf. Bit of Cape Town. Love the kit. We're loving it. We're loving it like that. LinkedIn, you've got a message. No, I haven't. I'm not on LinkedIn. Now piss off. Apparently loads were shocked by drag queens. I don't understand how the English can be shocked by drag queens when you think, as kids, we all went to pantomimes where fellas dressed as women and women dressed as fellas. No one batted an eyelid. Didn't say anyone weird, did it? Mad. You watched the women's skateboarding today. Any good? The only women's skateboarder I know is Sky Brown, which sounds an absolutely awful colour. Would that be the colour that Coventry used to play in? The away kit? Sky Brown, I'm sure it is. The dancer in the blue dress with a beard. I think I know her. All the wankers have upgraded from BMW to Audi. They seem to have Audi drivers at the moment. Well, in the Sefton, North Liverpool area, are abysmal. Were the women on poles supposed to be flags? I don't know. Pint of pedigree. There you go, Steve. Proper. A pint of pedigree. That's going to do you well. When's the breakdancing? It's day 14. You're going to have to watch it. There's been no dressage on, has there? I've been waiting for dressage to come on. Danny LaRue, yeah, watched him. Who else? There's a few like that, wasn't there? Back then. Dick Emery. You are awful, but I like you and all that. No one blinked, no one looked twice. Freddie Mercury, Queen, all bouncing around. Julian Clary. Now all of a sudden it's a big deal. It's mad. 24th of September, the Supporters Club tournament is happening. You're going to be in training again for the next few weeks. Get in there. Get yourself sorted. Yes. Our Tombo drives quite a bit. Can pick the problem drivers well in advance based on the vehicle. It sticks out a mile, doesn't it? Just not black Mercedes drivers. We're all alright, us, honest. Dressage has been on. They never showed it. Oh. I like Tommy Tiernan, the Irish comedian. He does a thing about that. about the Olympics. There should be the drug Olympics. And then instead of representing countries, you should be representing pharmaceutical companies. Brilliant. And he went on about Ireland. Every time they win a medal, there's something tainted to it. Someone won on a horse, whether it was horse jumping, I think it might have been. And later on they found out the horse was on drugs. Not the jockey or the rider. The horse was on drugs. Danny from Liverpool was on RuPaul's Drag Race. Never seen it. Yes, You Are Awful was called Mandy. She was. That's on one of those TV channels down 171 or 188 or 190. The show and Dick Emery on there. It's quite funny actually. More funny than I realised. As is, there was sitcoms I used to hate when I was young, but then I didn't realise what they were, to be honest. No Place Like Home, Fresh Fields. Now that I'm a middle-aged man, I'm looking at them thinking I recognise this now. I didn't back then. So they are, some of them are quite funny. Although I'm sick and tired of those middle-class 80s and 90s sitcoms where everyone calls each other darling constantly. It stands out so much now. Darling, yes darling. Would you like a sherry? That's a sherry. Everyone's thinking, fucking sherry darling. Sherry darling, yes darling. For fuck's sake, behave. How's my exercise and how am I feeling? I'm feeling tired. I was full of cramp and stuff during the night. Plus, I didn't sleep well. Casper, how you doing, bud? If you see someone in a Mark 1 Golf or a Honda Civic, it's a boy racer. That's very similar over here as well. Problem makes of the modern A-Class and anything SUV-ish, defo. Yeah, I didn't sleep well. Jess didn't go out last night, but I didn't know that. So I was awake and then it got to 5 o'clock and I thought if I stayed up until 5:30, if she is out, I'll be awake. And then I fell asleep at 6. Absolutely ruined. Never again. Boy racers seem to have died off a bit here. Max Power culture. It was definitely the 90s Max Power, wasn't it? 90s and 2000s. It's ignorant people who can't see over the wheel for the most part. That's a problem. The boy racer thing is making a comeback though. There's a car dude on YouTube who went and had a look at the stupid thing they do in Nottingham. Just going between roundabouts, and it's all those people with pops and bangs constantly screaming up and down when there's pedestrians walking past. Just shit. The engines sound awful, the cars look terrible. Joe Rogan did a podcast, yeah, about having games where everyone's on the juice to see how fast they could go. Yeah, Tommy Tiernan did it as well. He was going on about if someone wants to run the 100 metres in 20 mile an hour, whatever it is, let them. I want to see them slow down for the bendy bit. Yeah, brilliant. And then on the 4x100 relay, instead of a baton, it'd be a needle. Just hand them over to your mate. Has Adam swum yet? He just turned it on, 8:45ish. Them swimmers, they're not human. They are not human. You can't have shoulders that wide and feet that big and be human. It's impossible. They're aliens. You can't pop some bangs, but at its age rather than anything else. It's not been mapped to sound that thing that they always do. What the fuck are you doing? Screaming down the road, and I go past, I waft past. I hate that phrase. Waft past them in my German whip. I hate them. Watching with the sound off, you couldn't work it out. You need a peatly ding, don't you, for when he's in the water, in water. The show car stuff died off. Now they're trying to build street drag cars. Yep. A few Porsche 911 GT3s, RSs in the underground videos. They seem to be very popular, especially around the Nürburgring ring. It's about 50% of the cars going round are GT3 RS. Yeah, your car sounds like a breakdancer. The electric boogaloo. My kind of car stuff is what's happening this weekend. Festival of the Unexceptional, where it's just normal old cars in very good condition. I prefer stuff like that. Swimming commentators, are they still a couple? Who are the swimming commentators? The only swimming commentator that's ever lived that anyone knows the name of is Hamilton Bland. That's it. No one else knows anyone. Or did Steve Cram used to do it occasionally? Because, you know, Oslo milers know all about swimming. Your chest 62 inches and you got size 12 wide feet. Monsters do live. Jesus. There are drag races on public roads here. I tried drag racing, but my high heels kept slipping off the brake, so not good. Oh, hang on, different kind of drag race. Mrs. Tom's okay. Good to hear it. Glad to hear it, Mrs. Tom. Can you hear me, Mrs. Tom? Domingo has been in the garden under supervision for much of the day. He's a happy, tired boy. Domingo. Does somebody have some games you want to see more than others? This in the Olympics. Yeah, Festival of the Unexceptional. Looks fantastic. You've seen it on Twitter. There's also videos on the, or if you're on YouTube, the likes of, I don't think Hub Nut went this year, but Furious Driving, Illegon Matt, Steph from iDriver Classic will be there. I don't know if Rich from Up and Down will be there as well, but it's just much better for me. I hate all that popping and banging and screaming wheels and lowered. There's a lad who does every car he ever buys, he slams to the ground, and he's ruined some really good looking cars. It's fucking awful. Me no likey. Keep it stock, man. Rebecca, was that Rebecca Adlington? Who was it who said about her? She looks like a woman who's looking in the back of a spoon. It's a horrible, horrible thing to say. Funny as fuck, like, but horrible to say. We need more Domingo spam. We do. Do you see your man hopping into the pool to retrieve a swim hat? He wasn't even one of the competitors. Did you see Eric the Eel? There was a thread on Twitter earlier on today. Eric the Eel from Equatorial Guinea, he was from, wasn't he? The one who was in the Olympics and he swam 20 metres in 4 days or something stupid. Apparently it was done. The Olympic Committee wanted to try and push people to do more, same as Eddie the Eagle over here. He carried on and got money to be spent over in Equatorial Guinea to build 2 Olympic-sized swimming pools. He then trained and got within 5 seconds of the gold-winning time at Montreal in the 60s, 62 was it? So because he kept on training and he spent some money on him, he become what would be a pretty decent swimmer. And it shows you that if you do spend the money, the investment in people, you can get it back. He's now the coach of Equatorial Guinea swimming team. They have a swimming team. Absolutely fantastic. So it wasn't just this loser jumping in the pool and look at him. Now he went on to inspire a lot of people and become fairly good at what he set out to do. It's brilliant. So I was delighted seeing that earlier. Imagine the amount of commentators. Every country has 1 or 2 for every sport. There must be a bajillion of the buggers. Mark Foster is, yes, he's a friend of Dorothy, by the sound of it. Ali's loving Angels instead. That, one after the other, those messages could have got very, very non-PC. I have to be careful with that. And he preferred games at this Olympics. I don't really like the Summer Olympics. I like the winter. I like all the winter games, but the summer stuff. I might watch the track cycling, and if they do the cycling round Paris, which would be like a mini Tour de France, I'll watch a bit of that. But I don't know, maybe the 100 metres, 200 metres. It's that kind of thing, isn't it? The couple of days where it's in the stadium. Here, it's not uncommon to see a Mark 1 Golf with an Audi 500 5-cylinder twin turbo. Eric Diel, how good was he? Brilliant. I love that. And there's also the Pacific Islander who, I think he was a shot putter and ended up representing at 100 metres hurdles or something. Had to, just to make sure that they weren't fined. Whoever it was supposed to be doing it for them couldn't. So I'll do it. Obviously come last by a distance, but massive, massive dude. No one's going to argue with him. Whatever happened to Eddie the Eagle? They made a film of his life, which was quite funny, starring Taron Egerton from The Wirral. He went on to, I don't know if he went back to painting and decorating or something, but he was another one that was an inspiration, because you can't do ski jumping over here, and he did, meaning you can do anything you want to in that sphere if you try hard enough, and people will at least give you a chance. Even all the Norwegians and the Austrians and Germans and all them lot sort of took to him, because at least he was having a go, and he got better. Don't know what he's up to now though. What's the women's skateboard? There was a Chinese girl born in 2011. It's insane. Also, China has a 58-year-old female tennis table player. Table tennis. What the fuck is wrong with me? You prefer the Paralympics? I was going to enter the Paralympics, but everyone was talking about me. Paralympic, no, alright. Cycling was yesterday. It was where they were coming off left, right and centre. Damn. I've not bothered at all. Quite honest, I've been doing loads of stuff. Domingo spam added to Twitter. Kirsty, how you doing? How's things? Okay? There you go. This is the race. Mandy. Swimmily ding. Emil Zatopek was at the Olympics and was made fun of by the marathon runners. So they decided to enter the marathon and beat the world record holder and took gold on his first marathon attempt. Emil Zatopek was a weirdo. Another one who was not remotely human. People like that are absolutely on another level. What an absolute legend. Not just of athletics, but of being a bloke, I think. Yeah, I'll give it a go. It was the Australian fella who went into like an ultra marathon. He used to work on one of those massive, like a ranch that was the size of Wales, and he joined wearing dungarees and a pair of boots and still won, because he carried on running slowly and ran, and they were all taking breaks and sleeping overnight. He just carried on going. It's worth watching out for that if you can find it. Mad. Paralympics are super inspiring. What people are capable of doing, despite the hurdles that have been thrown at them, is absolutely amazing. Fair play to them. Too damn hot. It is too damn hot. Zatopek, Zeus, Zeal Monacorum. I had a caravan there. Static, naturally. You missed out Zondervan as well. Used to play for FC20, the team that my dad played for. You might be wrong. Wasn't that a song by Public Image Limited? I could be wrong. I could be right. I believe the Australian that won the gold in the speed skating was one of the best stories ever. Australians spend a fortune on sport. People are well looked after over there, so I can imagine them doing anything they really want to have a go at. Speed skating is huge in the Netherlands, by the way. Right, not this one, but the next one. According to our Helen, the Norfolk correspondent, doing remarkable work in the field. I will move that forward, by the way. Remind me later. I must move that to the front. I must. Ali gives up. Never give up. Steve, you're never right. No. Even a stopped clock's right twice a day. Come on. It's the Olympics, man. It never goes to a time scale, does it? Timetables. Not a chance. This is backstroke. So it's not him. What does he do? Do you know how he won the gold medal? No, go on, tell us. Let me know. Love that Pill song. Saw them live in 2018. Was that before John Lydon turned into a bit of a lunatic? Piggly Ding. We have had Piggly Ding. Who's up next? While that's off, there you go. Helen, the Norfolk correspondent. Doing better. You had your first meal in 3 days today. You must be better. Definitely. It's one of the things that though, isn't it? You would think that the body would be craving calories to fight whatever it is, but sometimes the body just goes, nah, not having anything. Let me deal with this. Saf, was the hot chocolate to your satisfaction? Breaststroke. Nope. Yeah, breaststroke. Right. Can you do that quickly? How is it possible to do a quick breaststroke? No. It just seems that all the other... It seems to be a lot quicker. Yes, according to your song, you're having fun in car parks. Everyone has fun in car parks. Just ached, coughed and had no appetite. Not good. One of them is bad enough. All three together, abysmal. Well, hopefully that's it now. You're back to as normal as possible. I know probably does it hang on, does it? Does it just sort of linger in the background, taking a little bit of energy from you? I haven't had it yet. I know people are on the 5th, 6th and 7th viral break, and I haven't had one yet. It's mad. A virus makes you lose your appetite. Adam can. If anyone can, Adam can. In the final, he was surprised to be there. He just wanted to be close to the medal winners at the end. On the last turn, he was in last place, and all the competitors tripped over each other. The hare and the tortoise. It's on now. It is on. Right, who's doing the next shift behind the bar? Who fancies doing a shift? Ali, can I do you a favour? Of course I can. What would you like? Jinxie, how you doing? He was the last man standing and went clear across the line. Yeah, it doesn't matter where you were with 100 metres to go, it's where you are at the end. A Jinxie jungle juice cocktail for our Jinxie, of course you can. Tomash will do a shift. There you go. I've even put you a flag in. A proper flag. I was looking to see if I could find one that's suited, and that was the best one. I think it looks pretty good in the corner. Can I ask Mr. Davids, or Davids? Do you pronounce it Davids or Davids? I would have thought Davids, wouldn't you? South Africa. The question about the hot chocolate. Saf, did you enjoy the hot chocolate? Was it nice? Kirsty's in the snack section. I've put that somewhere, haven't I? Where have I put that? No, not there. No, not in there either. I've put it somewhere and I can't find the bleeding thing. Oh well, it'll turn up. It'll turn up. It will turn up. Just I need a bigger stream deck over there. 32 and 15 isn't enough. What flag is it? It's an Everton flag. It's written on it. It's written on it, of course. Am I asking or is Ali? Ali's asking, but I'm asking as well. We need to know. Is our staff member providing the services that she's advertising? A Jinxie Jungle Juice cocktail for Jack 8. Straight up, stirred, shaken, with a twist on the rocks. Yeah, Mandy, it's Everton. If you have a look at it, where it says Everton, which is a bit of a clue. The flag coming out of your head. What that looks like is Steve's carrying it in his backpack, like he's on his way up Mount Everest or something. Going to the toppermost of the poppermost. Seth enjoyed the hot chocolate, of course. Oh, Prodigy Outer Space, go ahead. I should have played them today. Instead, I put an 80s playlist on Spotify, and it was brilliant. An alternative 80s, but it wasn't completely alternative. They threw in some middle of the road stuff, but it was really good. I enjoyed that. There are 3 different types of curry and who knows what spices other than chilies. There's loads of different types of curries. Plenty of spices, lots of heat. The heat's good. It's good for you. I can't see that, Aegis. You should know Everton in Northern Ireland. We've got loads of fans. They come over all the time. Every weekend from Belfast, you'll have either Everton fans or Liverpool fans coming over to watch the match. You're on your phone and you need glasses. Oh, mind it is small, isn't it? I'm looking on a massive monitor, so yep. Never carry a blue flag, not I, says Steve, of course. We can change that to a Norwich one for you, mate. Don't worry about that. Weather's grand. Cold glass of Coke for our Kirst. Yes. Do you like getting caught in the rain? What else was that? Who was that song? What was the name of the fella? I can't remember now. Vamos, Petey. Kirsty's nothing if not consistent, definitely. Mandy, a Petey's pool water cocktail. Lots of spice in there. You want a Cape Town City FC flag on your name? Of course you can. At the moment, you've got a South African one, but we can change that. When I say we can change that, I can change that, because these other fuckers in here don't do anything. Proper corny song it is, isn't it? Mate, there's lots of those proper American middle of the roady 70s and 80s songs are bloody awful. Kitsch. But then listening to them back years later, there's a certain kind of charm to them. I'm not saying they're good, but there's a certain kind of charm to them. Sheffield, we can do Wednesday or Cape Town, not a problem. CTFC, I'm sure there'll be a flag out there. Drink, I'll have another one of them. A Corona Cero, por favor. Jinxie shouting Chelsea. Is that a football team, or are you talking about some chav kid? Imagine calling your kid Chelsea up here and then having to open the door and scream for a tea. Chelsea! What are you going on about? Rupert Holmes, there you go. P.T. Silver, come second, why? Has the hot tub got cool water in it? It will do today. It will be tepid, perhaps. A Fanta for the Ginger Queen. A Hoegaarden Witbier. I think they do that. No, it isn't. It's not them. They do non-alcoholic Leffe, which I might try. That camera angle was rubbish, Mandy. I told you I'll fix it. God, everyone's a critic. I'll fix it. Yeah, original Fanta was made by Germans during World War II. It was. When Germany annexed the Sudetenland, Coca-Cola couldn't get the materials they needed to make Coca-Cola. So they used everything they could find within the annexed territories. And that was how Fanta was born. Coca-Cola was also advertised in the Hitler Youth Handbook. Coca-Cola also allowed Colombian paramilitaries to come in and shoot union workers at their bottling plant and then cleaned up after them. They are an absolutely evil corporation. They've emptied the water table in parts of, is it India or Pakistan, and then also is it Ecuador, to the point where there's no water to be drunk, so you have to buy Coca-Cola's water, wherever their version of it is. Fuckers. Did the porcupines pee in the hot tub? I know that song. I read that as Whoregarden, which is like Soundgarden, only much more sound by the sound of it. Non-alcoholic Leffe is quite nice. I haven't tried it yet. I will give that a go. There's also a Spanish one. Don't think it's San Miguel. It's something else I haven't tried. Jinxie, you are sweating. What have you been up to? Have you been out in the car park, have you? If you're sitting in a warm bit, get out of the hot tub. Yes, definitely. That should be a warning to you, a red flag. Two hundredths of a second covered gold to bronze. That's what you call close. Black man. You're on about the Beeb camera, not me. I know, I was feigning indignation, Mandy. Feigning indignation for a comic effect, which obviously never landed. Made with leftovers from cider production, leftovers from wine, orange peel from fruit production, saccharin from sweetness, and the whey from milk production. Yep. Coca-Cola, I will not even think about using any of their products because they are truly evil. Nestle are the same as well, to be honest with you. Nestle, the person who owns Nestle, or the managing director, doesn't believe water is a basic human right. Fucker. Jinx said you like the lead singer of Soundgarden, Chris Cornell. I think he was quite popular with a variety of ladies from the 90s onwards. Poor sod's no longer with us. What a voice as well. I love Soundgarden. They sound like a proper Scouse band as well, don't they? Soundgarden, that lad. And of course, the best person at a Scouse hospital, the ultrasound guy. You know what I mean? Adam's crying. Ah, poor Petey. You're not seeing him and you're on all messages. Soundgarden, Black Hole Sun, what a tune that is. I have tried to remake that, not the music, the video, by doing it a moody sky and then pasting it into a normal kind of day, and it doesn't work as well as theirs does, not at all. Yes, the chat is talking about the swimming Adam, not the coffee Adam. Oh, hang on.
It's going up, 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 it's there.
Level 10, Esther, well done, fantastic. Audio Slave, like a stone. Audio Slave are brilliant as well. I liked all that era. It was needed, I think. There was too much dance music. We had Stock Aitken and Waterman. Mike Stock hates me. Blocked me on Twitter, and then someone was trying to protect him because I had to go with their music for being formulaic. and then it just absolutely eviscerated this person, and he disappeared very quickly. Yeah, epic vid from Black Hole Sun with the burning Barbie. Love it. Sharon Davis loves any excuse to grab the young studs. She does. She's mad for it. Which big corporations aren't evil? They all are, but Coca-Cola is an absolute disgrace. If you get a chance, look at Killer Coke on YouTube, a Mark Thomas documentary. I have not bought any of their products since I watched that about 16 years ago or something. Boss video. Audi slave drives a bit quick, definitely. Oh, come on. I'm going to use that. If there's any more music to be done, there's been more 8 Mile Radius, obviously, more Horace Haiku, a load more of that tonight. In a slightly different genre as well. If you watch the video tonight when it's published. Some good tunes, man. 26 minutes of banging tunes. Yeah, but I think if we do a grunge one, it might be Audi Slave. All grunge songs about cars, driving quickly and being a prick on the road. Yeah, yay for the level up and the video comment, definitely. Filthy old women. Filthy. Our Ali wants a drink brought out to the turb. Out to the turb. Saf, gotta go. No worries, mate. We'll see you in a bit. Just seen the lead singer from Spandau Ballet competing in the Olympic archery competition. Guess which medal he won? Yep, bronze. It was hardly worth the effort. A bit like that joke, Jeff, you absolute helmet. But I do like the fact that, come on, everyone was expecting gold, weren't they? Not happening. Not happening. Great joke. I thought so, but there you go. One of our bosses in work used to look like a little bit like Tony Hadley, and one of the lads, every time he walked past, shouted gold. And it was one of those things that was funny for about 5 minutes, and he did it for about 4 years. And it just got funnier and funnier because he would not let it go. Just, I love stuff like that. Horrible little pointless being a knob for no reason. Perfect. Video killed the radio stars. The Buggles, Trevor Horn and Jeff Downs, both of whom went on to appear with Yes on the Drama album. One album, that was it. But then Trevor Horn also went on to produce 90125 with Owner of a Lonely Heart, their biggest ever hit. And he also produced Frankie Goes to Hollywood. The man has got skills, production skills. It's a sweet, funny thing. One, your mum's boyfriend lives in a small town called Strib on an island close to here. He saw a kangaroo today. What? It broken out from where it lives. As a local man has several of them, and it was just jumping around town. Did it go to the pub and start singing, jump up and get down? Are you allowed to keep them as pets? Are they pets, or is he farming them? There's already enough lunatic animals in Northern Europe without throwing big, huge, muscly kangaroos in there as well. Sweden have always got pissed moose, haven't they? They eat all the apples that are starting to rot and ferment, so they get drunk and then end up going on rampages, jumping into trees and smashing cars. My friend over in Sweden says when they go to the summer house, her and her parents go mad because they keep eating the flowers that they put out. But they are huge. You come out and think there's a big one there. That's the baby. Look over the road. This thing's the size of it. Mummy and Daddy are the size of a tank. Fucking huge. Maybe the kangaroos were jumping up and down as well because they're cold. It's probably what it is, isn't it? If they were back home in Australia, they'd be licking the forearms. That's what they do, you know. They lick the forearms to cool down because the saliva on it wicks away the heat. True story. And whichever programme I watched that on, was it weather? Might have been the weather thing with Richard Hammond on BBC. They had the infrared thingy so you could see how cool it was and how hot it was. And as soon as he licked the forearms, it started going blue. So you could see how cool it was. Cools the blood down that's going through it and just gives him enough to see it through. Oh. That sky's going to be nice tonight. Kangaroos are deer that went to the gym. They are, aren't they? The hench. Have you seen how big they are? I mean, like, proper biceps. No wonder they're always boxing. I reckon they're full of the juice heads, aren't they? Full of the roids, roid rage, rude rage, steroids. There, you can't have them as pets, only in zoos if you have a special permit, like a petting zoo. Right, so they'd have to have some kind of permit. Imagine going to get your permit, what you want to keep. Kangaroos. Fucking why? What's wrong with you? Well, I've had a couple of dogs and they're boring the shit out of me. I'd rather have some angry looking... No, it looks like... They look like nuclear accident rabbits, don't they? When there's been a nuclear spill and these rabbits have been in there and all of a sudden, fucking go on. You and Sam? You got no face. There's a big red one as well, a big fella. Big hefty dude. With cojones más grande. Love the wardrobe, you want just coppers. That woody type material, which isn't wood at all. It's plasticky Chinesium, polystyrene thing. Just to try and take the whiteness off this. I've got more coming to do the United States of Wardrobe. I will get this fucking right. I'm going to put a sign at the top so you can't see, but I can. United States of Wardrobe. That's getting done as well in a couple of weeks' time. There are wallabies in Scotland and somewhere in England, are there? What? That's mad. You wallaby starting something, don't you? Right, the owner has responsibility to catch you again. Too bleeding right. Hairs on steroids. That's what they look like. That's exactly what they look like. There was one down the road the other day when I picked my mum and dad up last Sunday. Massive. It looked slightly kangaroo-y. Could use a kangaroo as a man bag. You could. You could indeed. You can use all kinds of stuff, can't you, for things like that? I mean, when I went on safari to Kenya, I bought a wallet that was made out of an elephant's foreskin. It cost £4,000, which I thought was a bit expensive, but apparently, if you play with it, it turns into a suitcase. Back of the net. Tank Girl had mutant kangaroos. All kangaroos are mutants. There's something not right with them. Moose go crazy in the fall, in the autumn. Yet when apples ferment, they do. They are absolutely crazy, proper full on away with it. Alky moose. Killed a woman close to where your uncle lives about 15 years ago. Yeah, first the man was suspected of the crime till he found the moose hair in the wounds. I have seen that. I've seen that particular case. It's mad. There's assholes in Northern Ireland. There are everywhere. And you will see plenty of them if you go in certain car parks in Northern Ireland, won't you? Jinxie. Swimming and boxing on now. Come on, that was a decent joke. It's an old one, but it's a decent one. I'm here all week. Only your own in the mirror. Jeez. By the mirror, do you mean the one on the wall or the Daily Mirror? Because that's two completely different things. All the sports that you don't normally show to pick from, and the coverage is the only sport you can see on normal telly. That annoys the life out of me. Especially with things like football on a Sunday. If there's been a match on during the day, match of the day will show that match. I've just seen it live. Can you not show one of the other matches that we didn't see? 4 games, 3 were on TV, 1 wasn't. That should be the one that you show more of so that people can see what happened. Nah. Car. The archery was very exciting earlier. I love archery. Oh, they still got loads of mad Japanese who are great at that. It's a huge thing, isn't it, in Japan, archery? The only problem with it is it doesn't make the noises that it should do. Every single arrow that hits should sound like the arrow in the Strongbow adverts, the cider adverts years ago. Should be a full-on whad-ding, shouldn't it? You haven't watched any Olympics yet, I haven't. Cricket from Blackpool were brilliant today. Was that Lancashire today, was it? Did Rocky Flintoff manage to make his debut? I didn't realise. Sorry, Mandy, cricket talk. I didn't realise that Rocky Flintoff and his older brother both play their club cricket for Southport and Birkdale Cricket Club. I was completely unaware of that. I thought they might have been up in Fulwood, Preston area. No. Southport, they're in. Rocky debut, 12 from 18, stumped, slightly unlucky. It's his debut though, isn't it? So he's only a kid as well. He's 16 or 17, isn't he? We've got the Discovery Channel. Every sport is on live. We have got it. We have. Archery is a fabulous sport, it is. Yes, Rocky Flintoff is Andrew Flintoff's son. He's got 2 who are both cricket. One's 16, one's 18, I think. And they're both not professionals, but on the way to becoming professionals. I don't know if there's 2 young girls just walked past. I don't know if they're playing music on the phones or it's just the sound of the pants together. But it sounded like the drums from Billie Jean, Michael Jackson. Weird. That's weird. Weird. No good pics at Chapel. There wasn't. No good 90s pics. Unfortunately. There was just the later ones where he's put a little bit of timber on and the hair is now, don't even know what you call it. What is it now? Beige, I think it looks now. Camel. It's not ginger anymore, he looks camel. If I'd done a cricket warning sign, I did And I made sure it was Jimmy, the Burnley wall, because he's an attractive man with shoulders, and I thought maybe that could be one for the ladies. Archery final was China versus South Korea. Korea won. Yeah, I know it's massive over there, isn't it, in the Orient. And by the Orient, I don't mean East London. Jinxie, you've seen none. Are we on about Olympics or Northern Irish arseholes? Because you need to be on the ball for this one. Yeah, his son, 16, and the image of his dad. But I couldn't believe that the pair of them play for Southport and Birkdale. The club game is just down the road. I could go and watch them if I wanted to. Mandy, you've not got Discovery. Now, it's a bit of a pain in the arse, to be honest with you. They throw loads of stuff on there, and if you haven't got it, you haven't got it, so it's hidden away. Fencing and archery are slightly different. Still pointy, but yeah, pointy things. Playing for Lancashire, it would have been Lancashire today. Hopefully, might manage to go and see them. I haven't been to see a cricket game for, I think the last time I went was Egbert, because we used to just get in the ground. We knew where to get in round the back. Not paying to get in, mate. Why not? It's a fucking hole round there. You shouldn't be telling me that. Oh, fuck off, lad. You're thinking Errol Flynn. A lot of ladies think about Errol Flynn, don't they? The man who's a legendary swordsman, so to speak. Not Olympic, but you watched hurling the other day. What an insane sport. Yeah, Casper, it is. It's the Irish, the mental. There's something wrong with all of them. Every single one of them. Never known an Irish person who was normal in my life. They are crazy. But superb to watch. The Burnley Louder, he is. What a man. What a man. Sadly missed at test level as well. South Korea have been Olympic champions in team archery for 40 years. What? It looks the kind of sport where you need to have a certain amount of discipline to be able to do it, and to do it very well. So you would think the likes of Korea, Japan, that entire area would be pretty good at it. Yeah, Rocky made his debut today. Youngest ever player, he was definitely. His older brother Corey will be soon through. Yeah, he's Rocky's 16 and Corey's 18, if I remember rightly. It's nice to see. Also, speaking of Flintoff and cricket, there's another series being made of Freddie Flintoff's Field of Dreams, where he tries to get young kids who don't like cricket interested in playing it. The first series was absolutely amazing, so I'm looking forward to that one. The longest bow and arrow bullseye record is held by a guy that's in the Paralympics. Dude has no arms and is a legend. What? How's he managed to do that? Is that with his feet? Lovely run at Egbert in the title winning year 2011. Lanks have seen the arse with Egbert on no games there recently. It's a shame now. It used to be handy. I mean, it's not handy now. I live 20 odd miles away from Egbert. Wait, 20, 25, 26 miles away from Egbert. But I am just down the road from Southport. Do you like to watch the 100 as well? It's not bad, the 100. I don't mind that. Ali, excuse me, I'm normal. You're a hired assassin that went to Paris before the Olympics to go and ice people. That's not normal. That's not normal. You're not normal anyway. You're above normal. Special to us. Anyone can be normal. Yeah, would it anything to do with the North Korean? Have you seen them lunatics? North Korea and South Korea. They've got little sheds, haven't they, either side, and then they stand with sort of like that, peeking out, so they can see each other, but also they can be seen by the other people. It's constantly doing that. And then North Korea have started sending human shit in balloons over, because why not? Javelin is a nice sport. The only sport you were good at in school. It was one of those sports that nobody in our school wanted to do because they thought they were going to end up jabbing someone in the head. Yeah, Ali, keep on believing it. Keep telling yourself that. Yeah, if you were normal, you wouldn't be here. I'm saying that, absolutely. None of us are normal here. We are a level above normal. Feet, mouth and shoulder stump. Man, that's insane. Any news on Top Gear? It's not coming back, let's face it. All three presenters have got stuff that they're doing on BBC. Flintoff, was it a year ago? Might even be more than that now. He still has got marks on his face. It must have been an absolutely horrific crash that he had. So I don't think he'll be back doing that anyway. They have come up with something else for him to do as well, another series, but there won't be any more cars. He's the manager of the Northern Superchargers in the 100, or the coach rather, not manager. The armless archer is called Matt Stutzman. Matt Stutzman, if you're watching, why aren't you in training? What an amazing guy, wow. The Olympic skateboards bus got stuck, so they ended up skating to where they needed to go. Did they get a bollocking off just people going, you shouldn't be skating here? Off, mate, I'm in the Olympics. Preethy's hugging his little boy and crying. It's lovely to see. Ah, poor Pity. Yeah, we saw our Ali at the opening ceremony in the Louvre nicking the Mona Lisa. Ah, Mandy. Is it dusty in there, is it? Is it dusty where you are? Why do women do that? It does fuck all. Oh my God. What? Stop doing it. That's the point of the javelin. It trains you to throw spears at them and not miss. Is that where it comes from? Are we talking, is this like proper, just from throwing spears at people? He's pretty good at doing that. Let's see who can throw it the furthest. There's an art, isn't it? There's a technique, there's a balance. Did you have to spin it when you throw it in the same way you do with a dart? A proper Steve hug, a big Steve hug. They will cure anything, apart from obviously COVID. Be careful. Wear a mask. To be fair, you did see the Mona Lisa in the river. Didn't see who put it there, or who picked it up. His little boy asked him if he was the fastest boy this morning. He was. Pretending to blush. Naturellement. It's your theory and it makes sense. Fair play. I'm going with that. It's not your theory anymore. That is actual fact. Call that peer reviewed. It is now spot on. Ali, you couldn't do the javelin. You could. I bet you could. Just pretend there's someone down there that you don't like. And fly for miles. Are the javelins heavy? I wouldn't think they were too heavy. Otherwise, they wouldn't go as far as they do. But they have to have a little bit of weight. Otherwise, they'd just fall down, wouldn't they? So, yeah. Thought they were drying the tears. Come in different sizes and weight. They will do, because obviously smaller people couldn't throw a javelin that's as long as someone who's really tall can throw. All about equilibrium and balance, isn't it? Jinxie, you're more used to baseball bats with no balls. Is that your ex-husband's name, is it? Nay balls. Do you have nails through your baseball bats? Is that what you're trying to tell us? You were always scared of piercing your own ears, javelin-wise. How far back do you think you're dragging this thing? Even when it's back there, the point of the javelin should be over here somewhere. I remember them in school. No one used them, but I remember them in school. They were quite long, to be honest. As far as you know, you still hold a school record for the javelin because you don't do athletics anymore. Steve, I would get myself a WWE wrestling belt and I would walk past the school all the time offering straighteners to kids. Come on, out there, bring your javelin with you. Let's see who's the best. You want to be the best, you've got to beat the best. I'd definitely do that, mate. Mind you, I am weird, aren't I? So. Sometimes nails after spurting the petrol bombs. Can't throw petrol bombs anymore. Petrol's too bloody expensive. What do I do with this? Throw it in. Fuck you, this cost me 27 fucking pound. True story. You know, but you never know. You know, you do, you know. You had javelin at school, but was never any good, or shot put. It's some weird sports. Schools try and make you do things like that, and nobody in our school was remotely interested. It was always, I want to play football. No, we need to do something else. I told you, haven't I? We tried to play cricket until Afros Ritzvi turned up. A lad from Chicago. Well, he can't know anything about cricket. But yeah, of course he can. He could bowl at about 90 mile an hour, which isn't good in school. Not playing this, he's fucking dangerous. Yeah. Take all that back in, get a ball out, let's have a game of footy instead. The girls played tennis. That was about it, really. Tennis and netball. Yep, nothing like that in Dutch school, bizarrely. But we did used to get Wednesday afternoons off to go and do whatever sport we were supposed to be doing. I used to go and do my football. Great, I enjoyed that. We should do that over here. Give the kids an afternoon off school to go and do sport. Can't believe that people struggle with the cross-step run-up in the javelin. There looks to be a technique to it, but I don't quite understand why it's so bad. Does it feel like when you get into it, is there a rhythm to it? Does it feel natural when you do it? I can't understand why people can't bowl a cricket ball. I mean, obviously, not everyone's going to bowl one perfect, but the mechanics of doing it should be easy. Don't get glass milk bottles these days either. Because you can't be trusted with them, Jinxie, that's why. Your sport day was a rugby pitch behind your school. Ours was always footy. Well done to Armagh today in the GAA. Well done, Armagh. Man, you hated hockey and netball. Was that because of the clothing? Or the shattered ankles playing hockey? Females playing hockey, you felt sorry for the guys. Rounders as well. Yeah. Some people don't have the coordination. They don't, but if you don't have the coordination to do some of these basic things, how do you manage to have kids? That's what I'm going to say. The only use for a discus throw is if you want to throw a Boy George LP 70 metres into the North Sea. That is an ongoing record, that one, though. Literally, it's a record. There you go. Jinxie's not a fan, but you're happy they won, of course. But according to this, Ali had camouflage hockey and basketball, cross-country basketball. I'd pay to watch both of those. Oh, Spotify playlist, down to the new stuff. It's on just shuffle, so anything will come up. Gaelic football is what you do at Hogwarts. Not a chance. That little shitbag wouldn't get involved in Gaelic football. Sex usually does it. Possibly. Or in some places, getting in the bath after your brother. Just saying. The same as stepping down the wicket to hit the spinner. Left foot out, right foot behind left, and then left foot out again, yep. But and then ball out of the park. Man, you're rubbish at team sports. Too much pressure. Really? A lot of people find the other way. There's too much pressure as an individual, whereas in a team, you can rely on other people just to take the edge off you. But is that too much pressure to perform on their behalf? It's a shame, man. At a football pitch in the school, they refused to mess up the pitch for sports day. Absolutely 100% right. There's levels to these things. As the bat swishes and the stumps clatter, or the wicketkeeper whips off the bails. Our Steve's going to club this right out of the park, I'm telling you. Louise, you tried to learn to play hockey with a right-handed stick, but left-handed. It's weird hockey as well, isn't it? You can only touch the ball with one side of the U thing, the U bend, and it's got lead going through it, I think, hasn't it? Piggly Ding, next. Who's next? Behind the bar. Who fancies a shift? Thomas done extra there as well because I forgot to press the Piggly Ding. Virginia is rife with that according to those who know. Yes, that's it. Roll your own. A game the whole family can play. Banks is like that in Southport. 36 kids in a primary school, 2 surnames. Keep your eye on the ball, yeah, and watch it as it flies out of the park, nowhere to be seen again. Jinx, there you go. Right, I've clicked Piggly Ding. It's bloody sore when hit by a hockey ball, I can imagine. Hockey's a posh sport here, played by wankers. It was when I went there as well. I was given an Adidas Tango football and a hockey stick and ball. And I just, you're alright. I'll stick with the footy. Doing keepy uppies in the hotel. This is a Sunday, by the way. This is a Sunday. So we'll see what Jeff's been up to. There we go. Gymnasties. Ooh, Jeff. No. Very nasty. This is Olympic, isn't it? A dressage to you, Rudy. Ah. A bit of scar there. You're looking quite well there. Right, he's definitely not getting 10s for that, is he? That looks like it's going to be a big splash. No. Tom Daly's not worrying about that one. Kent Matt Parkinson spun a web at Blackpool today. Yeah, much missed by us Lancastrians, he is. Also saw highlights of a left arm wrist spinner in the same comp taking a fifer today. Yeah, Matty Parkinson. What a shame. Seen his brother playing his twin a couple of days ago. The Dutch female hockey team is usually so watchable, yes. They must do a lot of work on the fitness because they all look really fit. I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream, we do. Surprise, surprise. Dressage Jeff should be on Bridgerton. He should be. But it would be a Bridgerton too far, I think. He was looking a little bit sort of calendary, wasn't he? Our Jeffrey. The cheekbones are back. Keaton Jennings took him out in his penultimate over. Smacked it back at Parky and he wore one on the chest. Oh man. Came back to bowl the 50th over and took the match winning wicket. Tough little bugger, isn't he? The orange really does bring out their thighs. I am on a roll tonight, aren't I? Definitely on a roll. Seeing the real me. That's what's coming out now, the real me. Man, you'll have whatever drink is the closest. This is definitely not the only time you've mentioned this in your life, is it? You've altered those words plenty of times. Same with the orange order. It brings out the thickness in their stomachs. PT's tears. Poor PT. Poor PT. Ooh. The Divine Comedy have announced a gig near me, apparently. The Utilita Arena, Sheffield. It's not that fucking close, mate. It's not near me. It took me a while to get to that. Is that the Sheffield Arena? England played well. Surprised to see it finish so early. Cup of tea and a Jaffa cake. Yep. Ben Stokes opening 50 odd off not many. Wasn't injured? What's his fucking name? Crawley slightly injured, isn't he? So Stokes had to throw himself in there. It's a waste of having him in there, Stokes. Opening. Throw him in later on, just say to him, smash it until you're out. Bit salty with a slight chemical tang. Is that your Tinder bio, is it? Coke with a dash of blackcurrant, lemon and lime slices. There's something in the woodshed. What a tune that is. I like the Divine Comedy. There ain't nothing in the woodshed except maybe some wood. What a band. What a band. Crawley tripped over his own slack jaw. He is a little bit thick as mince looking like, isn't he? Safar returned. Welcome back, Saf. Return of the Saf. A Corona, the drink, not the virus. One ear and all. Angie, how you doing? PT's tears. Keep up. I am Mandy. Yet another attempt at humour that didn't land. I did understand what you meant. National Express, another boss tune there. It's hard to get by when your arse is the size of a small country. What a tune. I might have to smash some Divine Comedy. Also, if you like them, the Duckworth Lewis method as well, which is him and Tommy Welsh from Pigbag doing songs that are based around cricket, but they've always got multiple meanings to them. So some of the best love songs I've ever heard are done, which can also be about cricket. Brilliant. The proper Corona, the real Corona, not this shite. I like this though. Got a pick of Crawley with an ice cream at the final the other year. Galoot. Galoot is absolutely perfect for him. He is a galoot, isn't he? I can imagine if someone says to him, "What's your name?" It starts with how'd you get to the airport? Yeah. Jackie's here all week. She is. Unfortunately, she's in the car park handing out shandies. Han shandies. Some ice cream. Kirsty's smashing out the ice cream today. Lovely stuff. Tommy Walsh is in gardening. Not quite. Although that would be hilarious. Because, of course, Nick Knowles, who's from that sort of genre of shite TV, has got albums out, hasn't he? He's an acoustic diva. It was the first test of the Ashes series, 1993. Australia had only managed 289 and we thought all was going to plan. The first innings at Old Trafford, then Merv Hughes and his handlebar. Marvellous. Great stuff. Right, considering it is Sunday and it's now almost 10 to 10.
But Kipper's Vindaloo can't be good for you.
Sharks off Brazil coast test positive for cocaine. The drug was found in all 13 wild Brazilian sharp-nose sharks tested, with a concentration as much as 100 times higher than previously reported for other aquatic creatures. Sharp nose, more like a Hoover nose. Hoo-yah! That was fucking shite. You're not doing this next week. You can piss off. I'm not having it. Not having it. Duckworth Lewis method are ace. They are absolutely superb. Who was the band Nick Knowles kept going on about? Wasn't 8 Mile Radius, was it? If not, it should have been. The Doggers look like they're having a meeting. Oh, please do not let them get unionised. Don't need that. Don't need that having pickets of a weekend. Kipper's looking a bit coy. I'm not surprised with a joke that shit. Oh, hang on. You'd already used your best joke on Twitter. Swinging jaws, he called it on Twitter. Right. So you didn't think you'd use it twice. That's fair enough. All is forgiven. Swinging jaws is an absolutely fantastic reference for that one, but he couldn't use it twice. I've got more respect for him now. Not rehashing the same punchlines. Fair dues. Half Man Half Biscuit reference both Tommy Walsh and Nick Knowles. Who has the paintball gun? Paintball is also mentioned by Half Man Half Biscuit. Paintball's coming home. Poor Kipper's bashed by me. He's not poor Kippers. He's on more money than the rest of us. He's sneaky. He invested in property. He's invested in picnic baskets and honey. Oh, they look like they're wearing clothes at least. That's a bad sign though, isn't it? Doggers are wearing clothes. Forget the paintball gun. Send in the porcupines. Rusty porcupines. Send them in there. Let them know who's boss. Not them. They're not the boss of me. Not running this gaff. No sirree, Bob. Cruelty to porcupines, I know. It would be cruel to a porcupine. Prick. P brake done, bar back open. There we go. Jinxie shook the lettuce. Back behind the bar, go ahead. Send in the porcupines. As well as the dancing horses. Jeez. How can that still be that hot? Wash your filthy hands, you filthy animal. Yeah, you're on your own on that one. Wear gloves is the advice I'd give you. Wear gloves. Oh, here we go. Yes, Thomas wants to try a Jinxie juice cocktail. Jinxie jungle juice cocktail. Give it a go. And you're on the road on your way home. No worries, we'll see you soon. Ali borrowed the paintball gun for the Paris job. It was only a paintball gun in as much as when brains splatter, they splatter onto the wall and it looks fairly paintish. You can have a little taster, a nibble cocktail. Drive safe. Do we need a shooting range here as well? We've got a hot tub, why do we need a shooting range? Or is this all because of the Olympics? People are starting to get into shooting. Shooting. Tomash does enjoy a little nibble. I can imagine. Olives. Stuffed vine leaves. A charcuterie. The whole shooting match. Back to shooting again, aren't we? Doop, hyper. I still read that as hooper. And I'm not from that part of the world. Why do I do that? Plenty of shooting stuff in the car park, yes. At various size targets and areas. Not sure we can put that on the BBC though, can we? 4 o'clock in the afternoon. He's missed. Bullseye. Blame the Olympics. It is. It's all the Olympics. Can you bring your archery set as well? You can. Is it a proper archery set, or is it one of those ones with the suckers on the end and you have to have a board that you fly at? We can do that. I'd try archery, but I'd need the hand to do it. Because I'm right-handed, but I shoot left-handed. Because I can't close that eye. I have to look through that eye to shoot. So I'm used to shooting left-handed. I'm not used to shooting. Let's get that out there now, but the few times that I've used an air rifle or something, I've shot left-handed. Mandy, you wonder how many points you'd get if you used a porcupine instead of arrows. You would hit every bit of the board, wouldn't you? Mandy, 2 points. Interchangeable tips. Very handy for a car park that's full of doggers. You pays your money, you takes your chances. That's what I'm talking about. Would be interesting to see that, wouldn't it? Just throwing at a dartboard and then see the fella going 920. It's hot, man, it's hot. Ooh, bit of torture, Ali, bit of torture. We know. Reporting Mandy to the RSPCA. Oh. The Royal Society for the Prevention of Comedy Archery. That's what that is, isn't it? Scooter and Moffin. I don't know, are they? I don't know much about Scooter. Not my kind of music. They might be though, mightn't they? It sounds a bit sort of Euro, doesn't it? How about a crossbow? The mini ones. I could do that one-handed. I could. Mini crossbow. I bet you could get one of them on, couldn't you, on Temu or something. Wish. A Temu mini crossbow. And then watch it getting delivered and then SWAT turn up. We don't have SWAT over here, but you know what I mean. If you want them to disperse, stick a skunk on the front of the arrow. That's chemical warfare, that. You'll be in The Hague before you know it. Be careful doing that. Awful behaviour. Awful behaviour. Still warm, isn't it? He asks as though you've got any idea what the weather's like here at the moment. The weather. Let's have a look at the weather. 17 degrees, partly cloudy. It is going to be dry. It's going to be hot as well. Looks like we're having a half decent week, aren't we? Cloudy on Friday. Still warm though. 19 degrees on Saturday. Rain on Sunday. Alright, Craig David, wind your neck in. Skunk archeries comes with gas masks. They would have to. Skunk archery also sounds like it could be another band. After Audi Slave. Ellie wants Saf to be your target. Oh man. That's how you keep missing him so much. Terrible behaviour. Save the time and effort. The weather's going to be shite all week. It's not. The weather's going to be nice here. It was lovely today. Lovely. About 20, 23 degrees was it? 23 or something. A lovely, lovely temperature. Sunny everywhere. Everyone was out. Smells of barbecues. Audi drivers being knobheads. Are they like hedgehogs and prickly? Skunks aren't, no. Skunks look like Pepe Le Pew. Fat little bleeders. Skunk archery or rocky darts, yes, depending on the supply at the time. What have you got, lad? They are massive, aren't they, porcupines? I mean, big, hefty murphers. You're referring to Cape Town weather? Your weather there will still be probably better than ours is. Well, maybe not. It's been lovely today. I mean, look at it. You can't see this. The sky's lovely. To the west it's light. With that final sort of rays of a summer's day still out there. Beautiful. Nice and warm. Chilled. I sat out there last night in the front. Just relaxing for half an hour because my ma was trying to kill me again with chemicals. So I just sat outside and got my breath back. Who else will you get to annoy? You can annoy anyone. Ali, you can annoy anyone. You meant porcupines. Yes, they are. Very, very thin quills compared to a hedgehog. Longer, thin. Sort of, I don't know, what would you call them? Hedgehogs that have been uprated. They spent money on sticking into people. They're horrible. You saw your 3.5 hour Turkish epic art house film this week. I did see you mention that on Twitter. Was it any good? I'm not sure I could sit through a film for 3.5 hours. Especially a Turkish one. Petey's crying again. Poor Petey, poor Petey. 3.5 hours is long for anything. Was there a break in between? There'd have to be. You'd have to... If it was at home, you'd press pause and go and have a pee, wouldn't you? Go make some sandwiches or something. Sandwiches. Yeah, you mentioned it in a previous stream. You did indeed. What were it called as well? The most artistic stuff I've been watching recently has not even been films. It's been how to make films. I find the whole process of it so fascinating. Editing techniques, sound development techniques. How big are they? You think about them. You think of them about legless Labrador size. I don't think they're quite that big, are they? A little bit smaller. What was it about? It was about 3.5 hours long, Jinxie. About dry grasses, it was called. I am convinced that nobody in Liverpool would have gone and seen that. Not going in there, lad. Talking about fucking grasses, mate. Not having it. Not having it, mate. Fuck the Matrix. Oof. Well, there you go. There's a porcupine. That is hench. That is definitely legless Labrador sized at least, isn't it? Size of that bastard. That's evil. And haven't the quills got sort of backward teeth on them so you can't pull them out? And the hollow, so you end up getting really, really badly hurt. They're not good. It was about nothing and everything. Life is about nothing and everything. Cinema was packed. People going in there to see you was grassing. That's what it is, lad. Not having that. It's bang on top this, mate. It's shady. Jinxie, it is. It's huge. Are we talking about the porcupine, or are you back in the dogging area? Yep, Steve, you did say rather Thomas than you, and he is confirming that you got through it. That must have took some doing that though. Kirsty, you had a call, no worries. Paid to watch as well. The African crested porcupine is known to take lions and leopards off the census list. What? It's big like, innit? Load of pricks. Yep, that's the car park for you. Yep. Stop looking at that picture Steve sent you. It's so big, Jinx. It's so big. Got voice recognition on. Have you? Have you? Have you? Well, there's only one left, isn't there? So. Yeah. Imagine that. 4 years of preparation. And then, dink, done. Kirsty, what have you missed? Porcupines getting thrown at people. Skunks too, occasionally. Archery. More archery. Saf, you gotta go. No worries. Early day tomorrow. No problem at all. Ciao, ciao for now. Sleep well. Good luck tomorrow. Yes, there you go. There's a synopsis. Tomasz went to see a film to Steve's ambivalence. Ali switched on voice recognition software. Mandy and Jackie have been intrigued by porcupines. It's that kind of night. There's a Turkish film, Kedi, about the cats of Istanbul. When you say the cats of Istanbul, do you mean cats, or are these fellas that look like Huggy Bear? You'd like to see that's on your list? I haven't got a list. How bad's that? Why haven't I got a list of things I want to see? Quick question before you... Does anyone collect stamps? Anyone? Has anyone collected them? I used to collect coins, which is a much better way of saying I used to screw one-arm bandits in pubs. You know what I mean? Just collecting coins, you're not, you thieving bastard. I did, whenever my dad went away, he used to bring back coins or little notes from where he went to, so I had loads of them. Don't even know what I did with them. Probably got sick of dragging them around everywhere we moved to. But they were nice and really, really interesting ones. Old Chinese coins with holes in them and things, and intricate carvings on them. Lovely. Proper cats. You've got a few older stamps and wondering if anyone wants them. Stick them on eBay. It's 10 you're off as well, Steve. No worries, mate. Catch you later. Bye to Helen and Chruby. Hope you're all feeling even better tomorrow. Lovely to see you. So there was a protest against Erdogan because they want to kill the stray cats and dogs. Don't be doing that. Do something with them. Help them. If there's obviously a problem there, you have to deal with it, but not in that way. Get all the strays in, neuter them, spay them, try and find homes for them. Don't be doing that. Animals, man. We're not the only entity on the planet. It's not just all about us. Piggly Ding next. Who's up next? Our Jackie's done her turn. Who fancies going behind bar? Are we having a lock-in? We are. Lock-in has been activated. It is a bit of a given nowadays, isn't it? Just shut the curtains over. Be quiet. You consider the cause. Yep. It is a bit of a given now, isn't it? It's weird thinking back at this is, like I said, a year ago, or just over a year ago, when I started doing the regular streams. Struggling to do an hour, struggling of what to talk about, struggling to think of things to come up with, topics. Now, just sit down, click on stream, and then about 3 hours later, alright, I need to go now. Weird. You get so used to it. I never thought I'd be able to do it. And then I've done the football 2 games in a day, which, man, said for years, how do these Twitch streamers do it? 5 or 6 hour streams a day. When I've sit and played, or sat and played even, computer games for 12 hours. And there was no big deal, so I could do that and have a camera on me. Why can't I do this? Go on then. I'm serving as well, there you go. Another Everton flag. My toying on the bar. Yeah, then the Irish girls rolling up. Providing all manner of ammunition. Ammunition. Ammunition, of course, is from Grand Theft Auto, isn't it? That's the place where you go and buy your stuff. Am I doing any Olympic watch-alongs? I will look to see what's on there, but at the moment, if it's something I don't like, no way I'm watching it. I could pretend to and just sign in and we'll do a live if that's what you want. Not going to be much watching going on until he starts showing maybe the track and field, the inside the stadium shizzle. Maybe at that point. We shall see. We shall see. But so far I've been too bloody tired. Help, tired. Tired and sore. Me poor knee, man. Didn't even have Dennis Bird swing today. It's been the perfect day for a bit of Dennis as well, hasn't it? Sunny everywhere. I forgot to go and get a goo pot. I need to get goo, don't I? Doing too much, I'm not. It's the tiredness. I mean, last night, this is a dad's thing, this. I'm sure it is. Even though she hadn't called me, and Jess is normally pretty good at saying, we're going out tonight, you're picking us up. Not asking, but telling me, we're going out, you're picking us up. Okay, as long as I know. Because she never rang me or texted me, I should have known she wasn't going out. But that thing in the back of my head, being dad, I'll stay awake just in case. And it got to 5 o'clock and I thought, the clubs close at 5. I'll give her half an hour to go to Mackey's or something. If she doesn't ring me by 5:30, she hasn't been out. So then I went to sleep at about 6. I could have just, if my head had been right, I could have just gone to sleep earlier. So it's my own fault. It's not doing too much, but not sleeping correctly. But I'll get there. I've hit my target every day for the last 3 weeks, I think. My steps target. Which is good. It's also given me a little bit of cramp in my leg, which is waking me up during the night. Which, again, is not really helping. But I need to do this. I need to push through the pain barrier. I need to practice a bit more. Handy pandies. Bed stream. Could do bed stream, but I don't think... It depends on what we're watching, doesn't it, really? I've got all the stuff there. I've done it before for the football, but it's just finding a way of doing it where I don't fall asleep on it. Our clubs close at 5 a.m. Yours close at 1, do they? Or is that what? They close at 1 p.m. They open all year round, all week round, all day round. Yeah, there's a few places that close at 2. There's a few that close at 3, and then a handful that close at 5, and that's where the kids go. The kids. So if you're ever in Southport, go to Banff and see if you can see Jess and keep an eye on her. We do have taxis in our area. They're called Dad, because Dad will drop off everyone at their houses and doesn't charge a single penny. Plus, can we stop at Mackey's on the way, Dad? Yeah. Ali, you want a pint of Coke? No problem at all. What would anyone else like? Get your orders in. I will sort that out for you. You would carry on and I could sleep. Maybe. 48-hour stream. He's been asleep for a while, hasn't he? Can we send someone around to poke him with a stick? Or throw a porcupine at him? It's a shame. I mean, tomorrow, 1 episode of Red Dwarf. Just 1 episode. Otherwise, you know, could have had a bed stream tomorrow. How many would be there at 1 o'clock in the morning, though? That's the thing, isn't it? Fact. Surprised you, Kirsty? Surprised you? Nothing surprises me these days. Nothing. Nothing that tells you. It's a shame we can't do a MASH stream as well. Everyone watching MASH at 12 o'clock would be fantastic. You said that about Dennis Cam. I could start it and you would keep an eye on it. You would. The only couple of times I've managed to do that recently, I've ended up having to leave to go and get me sister from work, and then I had to leave and go and get Jess. And I couldn't leave a fairly expensive phone just out in the garden with no one there watching it. Otherwise, I'd have left it and you could have just chatted amongst yourselves. If you'd have rung your mum to come and pick it up on a night out, you'd have gotten the Lord's Prayer and 10 Commandments. No feckin' chance. Things have changed since our day, Jinxie. Things have changed. It's no longer the pubs close at 3 and open back up at 7 and you can stay out till 10:30, that's it. I mean, Jess goes out and they're out till 5 in the morning. She has like 3 drinks, that's about it really. 3 drinks, she's fairly sober when I pick them up. They might still want to stop off and get Mackies, but I don't mind doing that. And then I've got to drop 1 5 miles in that direction, 1 6 miles in that direction, and 1 about 8 miles in that direction before driving back to Jess and then coming home. I can be gone for over an hour, but I don't mind. I make sure that I watch every single girl walk in that front door and close it behind them. And then I can sleep quite happily after that, knowing everyone's home safe. Plus, I might need a kidney one day, so you've got to keep it sweet, haven't you? Angie, you are home. Welcome home. Love MASH. It's fantastic. We've got a channel over here which shows it all the way through. There's 253 episodes, I think, isn't it? Goes all the way through to episode 253 and then back to 1 and just keeps on going on and on. And I must be on me 9th or 10th go through them now, but it chills me out before I go to sleep, so I'm in that routine. I like it. Can't whack a bit of MASH. Can't whack it. Glad you got home safe. Yep, we are all glad you got home safe. It is a jungle out there. And watch out because the jungle's massive. Jungle is massive. Yeah, if you can't afford to get home, you can't afford to go out. That's the proper old school shout out, isn't it? I can't afford a bus or a taxi. You're not going out then, are you? Different nowadays, I think. Different. And to be fair, she does work. And I'd rather, if it's me, my car doesn't use a huge amount of diesel, so I don't mind picking them up and dropping them off. Plus, my daughter doesn't live with me, so it's the opportunity I need to go and see her. I like that. Although it is getting to the point where I'm seeing more of her than me ex-wife is, because she's out working all the time as well, which is not good. Trudy being a snuggle bug, lovely stuff. No, it doesn't. You've only seen the final episode once, and you've yet to see Radar getting rabies. It is weird. They have a few little things, don't they? If you're watching it as well, there's a few times when you go round. They show the same episode twice, one after each other, when it should be another episode instead. They'll occasionally show the final episode halfway through the penultimate season. It just makes no sense whatsoever. But that's great TV for you. It's not particularly great, but it is TV. And the shows are great. The channel isn't. It's lovely, isn't it? Lovely. You work to pay your share of the taxi. Yes, we know, Jinxie. We know exactly how you pay the taxi as well. Disgusting behaviour. Being surrounded by the RUC. You've seen the Trump-alike episode about 20 times. Yeah, that's the one, isn't it? That's the one where they show it and then the next episode should be something else and it's not. It's the same one again. How can people there not recognise the fact that they're showing the same episode bloody twice? What jobs did you do to settle a taxi? Depends on how far you went, of course. All the way, I would have thought. No point stopping, getting off at Edge Hill, is there? It was a long trip. You're thinking to yourself, "Ah, Jesus, I'll have to put the lipstick back on now." Ali, 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 Ali. What's on your agenda this week? Go on, tell us what's on your agenda. Let us know what's happening. Wagwan and thing. We make it out to be a realm slut. That sounds like a town. No, sorry, I'm going to take your first answer. A realm slut. That sounds like a village, doesn't it? A Norwegian village. Gets more snow than anywhere else in the world. I am a realm slut resident. You're not at all, Jack. We know you're not. But it's nice annoying you. Nice teasing you. A real slut. Nah. But that's also one of the things about this, you see. I can talk, you can type, but I can actually talk, so it's nice annoying you. Nice teasing you. So there. Oh. Why am I getting so many? Mad. So many things pinging up on my phone. You can't say, you can't tell us, Ali. Is that what you can't say because you don't know, or you can't tell us because if you did, there would be witnesses. There would be people that could dob you into Interpol, the authorities. You make men pay for that sort of stuff. So you're a madame. All in good humour and affection, of course it is. Of course it is. Not guilty this time, for a change. See? Can't help myself. Who is on your agenda? You can't say that either. Ooh. The plot thickens. Yes, thank you very much for not making us accessories after the fact. We'd have to get a class action, wouldn't we? We didn't know, we didn't realise. Bit of cough cough going on there from Ali, bit of wink wink, nudge nudge wink wink. Jinxie, you've got a thick skin. It's needed, isn't it, in this game? Needed. You won't go far otherwise. And you were out to dinner with your friend Kim. Very nice. It's definitely needed in this world. It seems to be, I don't know, is it a hobby nowadays, just being horrible to people, online especially? As soon as anyone says something on social media, it's just a barrage of people having a go at them. Why? Just leave them alone. You need a thick skin. You need one for being on this as well. I've had the occasional comments where you think, there's just no need for that, like. Some have laughed at as well, but some are just nasty for the sake of being nasty. But there you go. Yes, Ali can't mention missions. We should know that. Otherwise their handler will come down on like a ton of bricks. You're not hurt or insulted in any way. Just a bit of crack. Must try harder. We'll get you fuming at some point. Absolutely. Fuming. Chicken fuming. Have you ranting and raving? I'll be able to hear you from here. Get us those glass milk bottles, I'm going to say, Nick. Isn't that a song? To be fair, I like that you put the effort in doing that. I appreciate that. Mucho apreciado, as they say in Japan. I'm only joking. That's what we do here. Give, take. I do a good line in annoyance. Yeah, it does sound like good fun time, Angie, it does. It's good to catch up with friends. Sometimes you need to. Even if you don't think you need to, you need to. Because you never know what's going to happen to you or them. If you haven't seen a friend for a while, speak to them, reach out, say hello. Stay in contact with people. The ones who matter, stay in contact with them. Yeah, what you have for dinner? What you have? Go and tell us what you have. Did you have a pastrami on rye and held the mayo? Did you have coffee? Do you make some coffee? Esther, you're off, no worries. Catch you later. Yep, Esther, check for the Domingo update. It'll be on there on Twitter. You'll be running scared all week. Yes, as well you should. Yes, you might be able to explain that, but the slagging and banter is a stress reliever. It is, that's the way it should be. That's every workplace in the UK and Ireland will be the same. People just taking the piss out of each other because it allows you to get through work without wanting to go mental. So I think that's what it's down to. And we carry it on through to our lives and onto our lives, literally lives. Just a step to the left and a jump to the right. Put your hands on your hips. Oi, Jeff, you haven't levelled up for ages. You levelled up the other day, which might have been about 6 months. Yeah. And get them in sight. Bend your knees in tight. I couldn't bend my knees at the moment. I need to get the Voltarol on mine. It's killing me. And not softly either. Not softly. Painfully. I need to see a doctor, don't I, about my knee. Go and get it seen to. I don't want it in case I end up needing crutches because I can't use my left hand. But something needs to be done. Did you not level up to level 26 the other day? A bit more than that. Mandy's on 32. Ali's on 27. I'm not sniffing now to bonus. It is, isn't it? Thankfully. And hopefully that's the end of it for this year. There'll be no more really bad hay fever days. Go to the friggin' doctor. You can't, can you? You have to ring them up and say, what's wrong with you? I don't know. Just this. Sort it out. Don't be afraid. Be very afraid of our ginger warrior princess. Be careful. You're so behind. You're on level 18 at the moment. But don't forget, you go to Fat Club on a Wednesday and everyone's got like an extra hour on top. So that's the reason why. Otherwise, you'd be right up there as well. Yep. Self-deprecation and interaction are vital human qualities. There's a warmth and affection that's given and received as a result, which cheers us all up. That's exactly what it is. And that typically Britishy, Irishy thing of self-deprecation, where if you're doing it to someone, they immediately think, well, they're not trying to prove they're better than me. They're deliberately trying to prove that they're worse than me in a way to make me feel better. So it's just a nice thing. We don't even think about it. It's just a natural part of what we do as a species. Hang on. Balls to it. Balls to it. Let's put my phone on charge soon. Kirsty, you're off. No worries. Catch you later. Lovely to see you as always. We are indeed sailing. Close to the wind. It is amazing, isn't it, the social interaction that we have, which is learned through just being part of it. Doesn't get passed down from generation to generation by someone writing it on stone. There's no tablets with, this is how you're supposed to act. We just, I don't know, we consume what's around us and it becomes part of us. I like that. I like the way we are. And I like the way we take the piss out of our mates, and as soon as anyone else does, say, oi, who are you talking to? And you've just said that to him. Yeah, but he's my mate. I can say that, you can't. We have a good, I like it, a good humorous way of doing things. Like one of the lads in work was described by one of the other lads in work as a nice tit. I thought it was perfect. But I also thought, if anyone else had tried to say that, he wouldn't have been allowed to. We can say that because he's our mate, you can't. But we'll also say it to his face. Yep, like you're a dick, exactly. I get told that all the time, so I'm used to it. Seaports are easier than the airports. Is that a clue? Is that what you're saying? We are sailing, we are sailing. Because the airports are covered and the ferry ports maybe not as bad. This is Only Fools, isn't it? To Hull and back. That's how she went there last time. You can't say. I know you can't. Definitely not. You won't be getting a Mersey ferry this week. Definitely not. I wouldn't. Even with bobbing up and down on the waves, for someone who's skilled with a sniper's rifle, nah. Jinxie, you do insult me regularly, you do, but it comes from a position of hatred. I know. It's all part of the crack. We love the crack. We do. And if someone doesn't have a go at you, you think, oh, have I upset them? We have. I think we've done this, haven't we? We've had to explain to our American friends from time to time. If someone has a go at you, they're not being horrible. They're being nice. They're showing you that you're being accepted. If they don't have a pop at you, then you need to worry. But once you're accepted into the group, people feel comfortable ripping absolutely everything about you. Then you know you've made it. It's nice. It's different, but it's nice, I think. You be gentle with our tom-tom. Back to your mum, please. What's on the pole in the boot now? What pole? What pole? You know about that? to light. Beyond that, there's no other poles. There's 2 lights. There's the steamer. A couple of little plants, a water bottle, a walker bottle, another microphone because obviously I've got loads of tech because I'm an absolute knob. Another camera because I've got loads of tech because I'm an absolute knob, obviously. That's the one with the nifty 50 on it. I need to take that out and try some pictures this week. Our Thomas is a delicate flower. Be careful with him. Between the like we are. I mentioned that was on Twitter again yesterday. Someone was going on about if you don't believe that humans are so utterly perfect. I don't know, was it? You've got to believe in a divine creator because humans are so utterly perfect. No, otherwise men wouldn't have the Davina McCalls on the outside and a little bag right at the top of the volleying arc. That's not good design at all. The lamp looks like a ball stuck on the light pole. It does a bit, doesn't it? Yeah. But no, it's a lamp. Well, the 2 lights on there, the lamp on there, the thingy on there. The fuck do you call it? Lightsaber. Lightsaber light is up there as well. Because obviously you need 2 rim lights. Key light, fill light. I am such a YouTube wanker, aren't I? Honestly, fucking hell. Volleying arc. I think it's a great image. There's a bit, I don't know, BBC Two during the day. When you're learning things at school, when you're watching on TV, when you should be doing lessons, we'll bring it in. You can watch Geordie Racer followed by the volleying arc into the testicles. Yeah, Mrs. Tom wouldn't care. Fend for yourself. How much is the electric bill? Not too bad, you know. They're rechargeable, and they don't take a huge amount of electricity to recharge. Some of the stuff that I take with me, I'll charge in the car. Yeah, but there's 4 adults living in this house, so we all sort of pitch in, which is why we're not doing too bad at the moment. You've got a real savoury craving. I think I have as well. I'm hungry. I've had no tea yet. I need something. I need foodage. Mrs. Tom could be partners with Ali in icing our Thomas. I'm a geek with a tech obsession. Ish, I am. I mean, to be fair, I am sat here with an absolutely massive softbox with a very, very big light behind it. Just, there's microphones and cameras everywhere in the house. There's lights everywhere. Can't help it. It's what I'm saving on alcohol that I'm spending on lights. I've got rid of one obsession and one addiction, and I've changed it to something else. Piggly ding, next. You go, a piggly ding myself in public. Spice bag. Geek is right. I'm not a geek. I'm too cool to be a geek or a nerd. I'm tech savvy is what I am. Cheesy moments. You know, some cheesy moments. Raiding some sourdough bread with dairy lee and breadsticks with sunflower seeds. That is very stuffed vine leafy, that. Very stuffed vine leafy. It does get pretty sentimental as well. There are some very cheesy moments. Don't brag about me massive soft box. But it's better for you. It's not as harsh as the really big hard stuff in your face. Bit late for yourself. You might just have a chocolate mini roll. Can't go wrong with them. Oh my, what a massive soft box you have. All the better for, I don't know. Where am I? There you go. Ali's back behind the bar. Shifting. What's that bloody noise? Yes, we've heard you enjoy a roll, Ali. So it has been said. Written on the bathroom wall. In your own handwriting. You've got skips and Lion bars. OG and white chocolate. OG Lion bars are the business. I think I'd be too scared to try a white chocolate Lion bar. Not sure I could. A chicken fillet roll. Is that like get a roll and fill it with chicken? Or actual chicken fillet? The cheese moments just upset you. Gone from our culture. Not just gone from our culture, they were our culture. White chocolate Lions are good. Never tried one. Not a huge fan of white chocolates anyway, but they scare me. Proper Lion bars, the originals are marvellous. Scary white Lion bar. It's the unexpected. It's like standing somewhere high. I don't like it. That feeling in my knees. It's the same with white chocolate versions of stuff. And you don't like white chocolate much. Certain white chocolates I don't mind. Dairy milk, obviously. That just takes me back to being a kid. But you can't eat them normally either. You've got to suck them and then let spit dribble out your mouth and all kinds. Because that's what kids do, innit? All over your hands, all over your face. Used to love white chocolate. It's too rich for you nowadays. That I think might be something to do with growing up as well, with tastes changing. I couldn't have full fat milk anymore because I'd just be sick. Absolutely vomiting everywhere. But your palate changes, doesn't it, when you get older? Not many kids like mushrooms, but most adults do. Most, not all. It's that change in what kind of textures you like, what kind of flavours you like. It all changes when you get older. It's weird. The Milky Bars wear on you. Mandy's a sucker for a Milky Bar. There you go. There's the going rate, apparently. Didn't realise that's all it cost. Half the car parks just run to the shop, yes. They've seen the menu and price list. A baguette with sudden fried chicken in it. You can get salad and stuff in it too, but for you, just the bread, butter and chicken. Plain. As it comes. Hold the mayo. Is it mayo they put in these things? There used to be a place in town in Southport that did like southern fried chicken as well. And he did a chicken fillet burger that had spicy coatings on it. But whatever they put on it, it wasn't normal mayonnaise and it wasn't like salad cream, it was something else. Really tangy, but never find it. Never found it since. Yes, I will have a drink. Thank you very much. I would love another Corona Zero on a day like this, on a night like this. Definitely need it. Club Rock Shandy, very nice. Your turn for the insinuations. Yes, apparently. We are equal opportunities on this here stream. Plus, Jackie's too busy in the car park. Multi-sculling. Mrs. Tom will probably have a water. Of course, on the house for Mrs. Tom. Hope she's feeling well. Oh, my shoulder. What's on my agenda this week? My agenda is work. 5 days of work with a stream in the middle of it. And there's got to be a Dennis Birdcam stream at some point. I'll have to go for a walk while it's warm. But apart from that, it's just going to have to be just constantly bloody work. But it pays the bills, man. It pays the bills. And it keeps the pension ticking over. Just because you called one a geek and made one feel old, you didn't. I already felt old before that. Geek. Cheek. Geek. My Corona. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Ale. Yeah, my agenda's just the same as always. Take Jess to work in the morning, come back home, nap. Always porridge, nap. Work. Go and pick Jess up, take her home, food, finish work, collapse in a heap, crying. You are planning on perfecting the pattern for a paw. That's a fair play to you on the alliteration there. I like that. Some good effort gone into that one. I'm a huge fan of alliteration. Glorious stuff. It is glorious as well. Definitely, there's something going on out there. There's a rumbling noise. There shouldn't be rumbling noises. It's worrying me. That. What is it? What are they doing? What are they up to? When are we getting the meteor showers? When's the next ones? Right, the Perseids. I thought they were coming up soon. 12 and 13 of August is the maximum. (17th of July to the 24th of August. So they could be up in the sky now, but 12, 13 August, the Perseids will be up. Make sure you get out and check them out. I might have to start doing some long exposure shots, I think. Oh. You've been listening to the new Marina Allen LP, some great alliteration in that. I love alliteration. Big fan of it. Man, you've made about 10 and you're not happy with any. You will get the 12th of August this year, isn't it? Which is not that far away. Flight overhead. There was one, was it yesterday or the day before? And I had a quick look. Someone from Wolverhampton, just in their own private plane flying round. Why have they come all the way here? Mad, but we're having loads of them recently. Loads of little planes flying around that come from weird places. There was a helicopter last week as well. That went from near Kirby and went to Blackpool. And why? Paws crossed indeed. Coming from Wolves to see civilization. Well, going towards Banks is not seeing civilization. Genuinely. Dublin to Dubai, flight going overhead, always noisy. They are. Will that be the big 380? Airbus 380, massive bastard things. Oof. I still haven't seen one of those in the wild yet. I'll have to to Manchester Airport and see if I can see one taking off or landing. They're stupidly big. Stupidly big. I'm just looking at it now, Ali. Our Ali's at it as well. From that, those woolingy, stringy things to that. How glorious does that look? Wonderful stuff. Wunderbar stuff. 777 Emirates always slightly on the climb. When it hits, it will be, won't it, when it hits our coast? Because it's not that far away. That's take a while to get. What did it get to? About 38,000 feet or something. Footballers going a mile down the road probably. When I picked my mum and dad up on Sunday, a private jet did take off. And I was wondering whether or not it was one of the football clubs. Was it a player going somewhere? Was it one of the agents going to pick someone up? You sent Dan a load of those, didn't you, Ali? Did you? Did you? Did you really? Did you? Did you? Dublin to Dubai, dub. It's like a South African one. Very good work, has to be said. Kirsty, you're back. What have you missed? You missed the 777 Emirates Dublin to Dubai going overhead. Very rumbly, very rumbly. And the Perseids meteor shower, but you haven't missed them because they could be happening now. And the 12th and 13th of August will be the best night to catch them. Worth checking. The ones you sent down were Maryland colours, Armagh, Offaly and Galway. Marvellous. Need to keep an eye on the Leeds to Liverpool flights to see if we're getting our Willie. We will. You'd be impressed with Willie. Very expensive. Tricky Willie. Very tricky Willie. Likes to dribble quite a lot. Getting what now, Mandy? That will be Willie Gnonto, an Italian footballer who Everton are trying to sign from Leeds United. Fast Willie, dribbly Willie, powerful Willie. Yeah, quite athletic. He's been brought in to stiffen up the back four, perhaps. Definitely going to add penetration to our forward game. Definitely. Jixie hasn't fallen asleep in the hot tub again, or the cold tub. She's there somewhere. She might have fell asleep. Or she's planning the deaths of me and Tomasz. Banter repercussions. Yep. Jackie's fallen asleep. Mandy will do whatever you want for a Milky Bar. It's written. It's written. It's in her handwriting as well. It's written. Ali's serving. Mandy. Not anything that you said you were a sucker for one. Right. Has there got to be more than one? Yeah. Anything more, it's 2 Milky Bars. There you go. the family pack. Very penetrative. Very, very. Oh, that's a nice cup of tea. He's very, very rapid. Plenty of dribbling, and will get in round the back whenever possible. And when he shoots, it's normally on target. That's our Willie. Oh, Teddy Bear's Picnic just jumped on as well on the Dukey. Henry Hall and his orchestra. That was on something the other day as well, that. I can't remember what it was. I'm wondering if there was a TV, a BBC 4 documentary or something. I'm sure that was in it. Hang on. That decided to die on me. So I've had to press start again. No, do you know what it was? It was the young ones. Teddy Bear's Picnic, when Goldilocks was trying out the lentils and spat in it. Bloody hippie food. Can't work out if we're being serious about Willie or just playing the innuendo card. We're all serious about Willie. He's a stand-up member of the community. And he's got chills, which are multiplying, and she's losing control. Are you on holiday in Greece? Lots of big Willie gags. Obviously. Willie or won't he? Yeah, come on, Ali. Get medical help. You better shape up. I can hear that. Musique. That helps. Still no clue. We are trying to sign a player called Willie Nyonto from Leeds. So yeah, we are trying to sign him. It is genuine. But it also helps that there's loads of innuendo there because, let's face it, Fernie. Oh, you got to help us if he does sign. We're also trying to sign a big grok of an Irish centre half as well. Massive lad who likes to play covered in blood because he's hard as nails. Willie what now? Willie Eckers like. Yeah, not good with the physical health. Willie Nyonto. An actual Italian footballer. You can Google him and you'll find him on there. I know it sounds like something you should be in hospital with, but it's not. And currently playing for Armanda. And it's 11 o'clock. I've done 3 hours and I'm tired. I need to see if there's any alcohol-free red wine. Is he pretty? Is any Willie pretty, to be honest? The Irish centre half looks fierce, and he does, doesn't he? He looks like he should be in a room somewhere building shovels. That's what he looks like to me. Are you alright? Sure, it's only a leg, it'll grow back. One of them kind of lads. What's your favourite colour? Gravy. What? Yeah. But yeah, that's it, I think. I need to go and stretch me back and me legs. Yeah, it's not quite FC handsome. We haven't got many of them left now, have we? Now that Gomez has gone. Ah, well. But yeah, cheers everyone, as always. You've been fabuloso, as they say in Japan. Well, Kenneth Williams would do if he was in Japan and alive. But yeah, cheers. Oh, and before, of course, hang on. Snackage, where's the snackage? Where's the other thing? No, it's not that one. Yes, there you go. Get ready for the music. The music is coming.
Another great night here at the Bears Paws. Folks, go give yourself a round of applause. We've had a good chat, told the odd joke. Now get in our hot tub for a post-stream soak.
And that's that.
Hoo-yah!